Hey guys, this is Brandi Davis back with you to talk about supply. My quote for this one is Money, Money, Money by ABBA because essentially suppliers like to see money rolling in. Okay, supply, just like demand, it is a relationship. The difference being that supply is the quantity of a good that sellers are willing to offer at a series of alternative prices in a given market during a given period of time, ceteris paribus. Okay, just to recap, the market is the interaction of the potential buyers and the potential sellers. That's what establishes the market. Ceteris paribus is you're comparing these two goods and you're just kind of saying that everything else is being equal in the background and none of that is changing. Okay, this slide we are going to talk about the supply schedule, which is over to the right hand side of the slide, and we're going to talk about the supply curve over to the left hand side. Okay, along your vertical axis, which is the axis running up and down, you'll see your price of coffee, dollars per cup. Along your horizontal axis, quantity of coffee in cups. It's quantity supplied of coffee. Let me correct myself there. Okay, so looking at the supply curve is a direct relationship between the price of coffee and the quantity supplied of coffee. Okay, so it is sloping upward. Now, if you look at your $5 cup of coffee, you're going to see there are 18 of there's 18 is the quantity on that. Okay, $4 cup of coffee, 15 is the quantity. So you see, all those points come together based on that supply schedule to form that supply curve. Now, if you look at the quantity supplied of coffee, you see there's 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. I'm going to explain that a little further. Okay, here, you don't want to confuse quantity supplied with a change in supply. A change in supply is actually going to move the supply curve to the left or to the right. Here what we have is a change in the quantity supplied. If you look at the frog that is at the $4 price point and 15 quantity of the cups of coffee, and then look at the frog that is at the $5 price point with the 18 quantity of coffee cups there, you'll see there's a $3 difference. Excuse me, not $3, but in the quantity there's 3, and then there's a dollar difference in the 2. Okay, that is essentially just a change in the quantity supplied. That is not a change in supply. Okay, supply shifters. There are several things that can actually move the supply curve. Okay, prices of inputs, technology, taxes and subsidies, expectations, number of firms, and prices of other goods. Okay. If you have a decrease in supply, your supply curve is going to shift to the left. Okay. To the left is the decrease. Now, looking at this, there are a couple things. Well, one example I just like to use here. We'll use taxes and subsidies. Okay. Say a producer is going to produce some kind of specialized corn, I don't know, and the government didn't like they were producing it, so they're going to get hit with some tax. The more they produce, the more they're taxed, okay? That is going to decrease the supply because it is going to put more cost on the producer to produce that because they have been taxed. Okay, now, going to the next slide, we see an increase in supply. An increase in supply is going to shift your supply line to the right. Now, looking at the same sort of thing here, not taxes, but subsidies. Say there's a certain producer and the government says, oh, well, we will offer you a subsidy if you'll produce this product instead of this product. Okay. If they're offered a subsidy for it, that's essentially money that they're getting in their pocket to produce that good. So, when they're producing that good, it's going to shift the supply curve to the right because they're able to increase the supply because their costs are lower. Another thing, too, that you can look at here, just moving away from taxes and subsidies, is the number of firms in the market. If the market is flooded with people who are producing tractors, there's going to be a ton of output, so there's going to be a ton of supply offered, for people to purchase. That's all I have. I hope you guys have a great day.